Are you using this strategy to supersize your business? Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 85 of our Supersize Your Business Annual Challenge. Today we're talking about, of course, financial health and well-being all this month. And our topic is real estate wealth. How do you own assets, build equity, create the business that you want? And one of the best strategies is to actually own the building that your facility or that you run your business out of. Now, if you run a home-based business, do you own your home or are you renting? Renting to me is like renting anything. I guess I'm thinking about renting property where you live, renting a car or a vehicle. To me, personally, and this is just my opinion, based on years and decades of experience, by the way, that it is like flushing money down the toilet. That's what my dad used to say about owning a boat. He's like, you might as well just pour your money right into the river. He wasn't a boat guy, obviously, but he was an extremely wise and astute businessman as well as corporate employee his entire career, which is kind of where I got my 25 years in corporate before I decided to strike out on my own. Well, actually, I struck out on my own simultaneously, but before I finally left corporate. So today we are going to also talk about, and this isn't, our topic today is real estate. We're also going to talk about our super framework, which is the framework that we create every year to give ourselves another tool in our toolbox to create and solve problems, deal with challenges, setbacks, obstacles, achieve goals. The process can be used both for dealing with bad things that happen in our business, as well as great things that we want to achieve in our business. And the first step of that is S for specify. That means, what do we want? What is our target, our specific target, the thing that we want? And we want to break that down. And if you want, it'd be really powerful to use today's topic as the target that you want to specify and apply the super framework to over the next 5 days. So it's just about picking a specific thing and actually picking something. So many of us, and I'm guilty of this as well, want all kinds of things, but we're never clear on what we want. So we end up getting frustrated that we don't have the things that we want already, which is a vicious circle, right? But let's talk about real estate today. So today I want you to specify one financial thing that you want to apply the super framework to and make it specific. So maybe it's, I want to buy the building that our business is in, or I want to invest in a real estate property, or I want to find some way or learn one thing about real estate because I think it's a great thing that we could add to our business. So how do we go about doing that? It's a little bit different for our business than it is for our personal life, but it's still the same rules apply, same real estate principles apply. Real estate is one of the most powerful industries that you can get into, which is why corporations like McDonald's own all of the properties. They're really a real estate investing business as much as, if not more so, than a fast food chain. They buy real estate, the most expensive real estate, or it becomes the most valuable real estate after they've bought it and put a franchise there, which is brilliant, right? Stacking real estate investing on top of franchising, so you're using other people's money to actually build your real estate investing business. Brilliant business strategy. I love strategy. I love when it's implemented and when you can see examples of it around you, because then you're like, okay, well, if they can do that, I can do it on a smaller level. And before you know it, you're Grant Cardone or someone like that that's a billionaire because they have learned and applied and tweaked and made those strategies their own. So for real estate, my first question would be, do you own the property where you run your business? Now, if you're a home-based or digital entrepreneur, do you own your own home? Do you own the place that you live? I just saw a story about a gentleman and his wife were building a real estate business out of their truck. They sold everything so that they could invest all of the money that they could get their hands on, all of the capital, which is really creative, right? In real estate. And he went from making $50,000 a month to $211,000 in 90 days, which tripled his income. And so he was pretty happy about that. So how do we go about doing that? And the cool thing about real estate is you can use other people's money. And if you're in business, you probably already understand the concept of using other people's money. I don't remember what the statistics are, but the vast majority of people do not have their own money to start their own business. So you can either bootstrap it, or you can find people to invest in your business, or you can find assets that you can leverage, like real estate is one of the fastest, easiest ways to leverage and get working capital to apply to your business growth and scaling. So do you own the property? That's the first question. Answer that in the comments below. And if not, is there a possible way for you to own your property? One of the smartest things I think that I did in the Italian food manufacturing business was actually purchase the facility that we operated out of, because that became a very valuable asset when it came time to sell that business. Because there's always the physical part of the business and then the intellectual part of the business. And there's ways to quantify both, but you want to have that solid foundation, because that's what people are buying. And then the, I don't know what we call it, the soft side of the business, which is really the most valuable, but so many people don't realize that and value it that way, including business sales and brokers and things. I think very, well, I won't say very few. The ones that I have come across in my lifetime know very little about what businesses actually do and how to actually value businesses in terms of what they can be and what they are in the industry. We can partner with real estate investors to find different ways to create residual income for our business. We can own property where we're going to physically locate our business. I tell you, I love the McDonald's. So, do you do that? Have you done that? It's an incredibly powerful strategy. If you want to know more about that, there's no way I can detail anything in a couple-minute video, but definitely have some knowledge or wisdom, or can hook you up with the right people to help you do whatever it is that you want in real estate. So what are we doing today? Specifying our either goal or challenge area that we're going to apply the super framer to this week or the next 5 days. And you can share that in the comments below. That would be awesome. If you want support and help with that, just share what it is in the comments below. Mine is building my school community, right? My specific target is X number, and I think I'm going to change that from X number of people, because it's not about the number of people, it's about the right people being a part of the community. All right, that's all I've got today. If I can help you with anything, hit me up and ask. Traveling, so I probably have more time than usual to help. All right, have an awesome day, and I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow.